Thank you and good evening. This is the first of our five-part series on the very great Tony Bennett, my very dear friend. We worked on a book together. I will tell you all about that. And I want to thank Seton Hawkins for helping, enabling us to celebrate the birthday of one of the all-time greats of American music on the occasion of his centennial. A centennial he very nearly lived to see. He only passed. Yeah. 3 years ago, he was about to turn, literally 3 years ago, he was about to turn 97, 2 weeks short of his 97th birthday. He left us, and Tony Bennett is absolutely a crucial figure in American culture, as we will see. And yes, today I already had a big meeting scheduled at Substack that I could not get out of. So that is why I am pre-recording, but hopefully I will be here live for the others. So that is the plan. Now, where are we? Here we are. Here we are. Let us start with our PowerPoint. Yes, I've got this PowerPoint going. And that is the first slide, and that is our Swing University slide. Then this is the book that we did together. You should be seeing that now. Hopefully all is going great. And wait, I'll do it on this. Yes, there it is. Okay, that's the way to do it. That is the book. We did this in 1998, The Good Life. It came out, it took us less than a year to do. I have to say, this was the single most fun project of my whole life, was working on this book with Tony, who was a wonderful guy. And I was very, very happy to spend all that time with him and to tell his story. And this being before the age of iPhone and before the age of the internet, really, I only have a couple of pictures of myself with Tony. I wish I had more. This is us and around 2010. I look taller than I am. I'm not sure why I look so huge there. I'm usually not that tall. And this is us at Tony's 90th birthday. He started to contract a little as he got older, but he was 90 and still singing amazingly. Yes, and this is the series you are seeing right now, which is, in fact, this five-part series celebrating the Tony Bennett Centennial. And again, I want to thank Seton Hawkins. Before we get started, where's my water? I do want to acknowledge that we have free stuff. If you're wondering, this spiffy shirt that I'm wearing, this is in honor of my Substack, which is a Substack newsletter, slouching towards Birdland. I have done many, many, many stories on this about Tony. In fact, I'm going to do one, some special stuff, some of which you'll see tonight. In fact, a special presentation, of course, for his centennial. And if you want to subscribe, it costs me a fortune in terms of labor and expense, but it costs you nothing. So just write me, will@jazz88.org. Happy to subscribe you. And on the subject of free stuff, I have a radio series, which you can listen to on Podbean, or you can listen to over the worldwide internet, thanks to KSDS, the best jazz station in the world. Thank you very much. Jazz 88.3. KSDS San Diego. You can listen live if you're in California. I mean, over the traditional radio, what we now call terrestrial radio, or you can listen over the worldwide interweb or Podbean. You have many options. Here's a more recent logo. Yes, that's my own punum there. So our five-part series on Tony Bennett, and I was going to do this whole thing chronologically, but I figured, why not start with a retrospective that covers Tony's whole career. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to summarize Tony's whole career from a very specific viewpoint, from the viewpoint and the song catalog of the man he once described, more than once. He consistently described Harold Arlen as his favorite songwriter. And in 1961, he released this album, and this was a very wonderful record. It actually, when I first heard it, I was surprised, because Harold Arlen is generally considered to be the jazziest of the major American songwriters, along with George Gershwin and his frequent collaborator, Johnny Mercer. Very jazz-oriented, and that's, I think, what Tony reacted to or responded to. But this album is more symphonic. It is lush. It is theatrical. It is not a jazz album, but it is a wonderful album. It shows a whole other side to Harold Arlen. And this was the first of about a dozen songbook, maybe not a dozen, but half a dozen songbook albums that Tony would do over the years. And I also wanted to start with this as a way of an intro. And what I love about this is, A, it's funny, but B, I mean, who doesn't love a great Wizard of Oz gag? But what the cartoonist might not have realized, and I think this is especially interesting, was, when the humor derives from two inapposite sources. What does the Wizard of Oz have to do with a bunch of people in a bar? Well, in this case, the guy who drew it might not have realized. Now, I shouldn't have said that. I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but he might not have realized that the guy who wrote the songs for The Wizard of Oz, starting with Over the Rainbow, is also the same guy who gave us that great standard, one for my baby and one more for the road. This may not have been what he was thinking about. But anyhow, here we go. Anyhow, it's just interesting that those two things come together, and yet they have a common point. One more for the Yellow Brick Road. So in the early 60s, 61 and 62, there were two very crucial and wonderful double LP sets recorded live at Carnegie Hall. Now, of course, Judy Garland set the whole standard for everything with her epic album, Judy Live at Carnegie Hall in 1961, April. There's the dates. The date, just one date. Oh, my God. So, and this was, of course, a masterpiece. And on this album, Judy acknowledges that Harold Arlen is in the audience. And, of course, she was his muse, and she inspired more great songs by Harold Arlen than anybody. But a year later, Tony Bennett appeared, and this is June 1962. Tony did his own mega big deal concert at Carnegie Hall, inspired by the recent success he had with I Left My Heart in San Francisco. And he, too, acknowledges Harold Arlen as his favorite songwriter, and Arlen is in the house at Carnegie Hall in June 1962 for Tony Bennett, just as he had been in the house a year earlier for Judy Garland. In fact, Tony says specifically, my favorite sort of, it doesn't use the word canonical, but my favorite sort of all-time great songwriter is Harold Arlen, and my favorite contemporary songwriter is Cy Coleman, and they both were in the house that night. Tony acknowledges them. So here is this is another Carnegie Hall concert, or rather a series. This is just what we call a Lucky Strike Extra. This is talking about concerts 2 years later, February 1964. You see the month starts off with the Beatles. This is February 9th. Yes, this is actually, no, it was right either around the time of the Sullivan Show. It wasn't the same night, but at the same time they came over to do Sullivan, they also appeared at Carnegie Hall. Thank you, Sid Bernstein. And also that month, these were what Carnegie, or whether this promoter was promoting, was Tony Bennett and Count Basie and Shirley Bassey, all in the same month. I wish I could say they were all in the same show. All right, well, close enough. So what do we have? Here's where I want to go. So talking about Tony Bennett and Carnegie Hall, I wanted to start with this wonderful, wonderful medley. And again, both Tony and Lena Horne, just like Judy Garland, felt a special kinship and a special relationship with the music of Harold Arlen. And when they appeared together, and this was a big deal, Tony always told me that appearing with Lena Horne was the scariest thing in the world because she was so great. He was afraid he would look mediocre next to her. Now, Tony Bennett did not have to worry, but that's how great. And Tony was not a shy man. Tony, he was not an egomaniac, but he definitely had self-confidence, and he, had some inkling of how great he was. And he never said that about another performer. Even when he says, I appeared with Frank Sinatra, it didn't worry him. It didn't make him nervous. But he said that appearing with Lena Horne felt that I was just like, no one was going to notice me standing next to Lena Horne. That's how great she was. And he said it was absolutely scary. And that's the term he used. She was so amazing and so overwhelmingly great that I was just scared. I was thrilled and scared to come to work every night whenever I toured with her. And this was all the more amazing because when they first started to work together, it was right around the time that Lena lost her father, her husband, and her son. The three most important men in her life all died within about a year of each other. And you would think that this would inhibit her in some way, but no, it's just the opposite. It said it sort of inspired her to be even greater. So the only songwriter that they give this treatment is Harold Arlen. So we are going to watch that right now. This great, great 12-minute medley, the Harold Arlen medley from a British TV special that they did in 1973. And this is after they'd been touring for many years. So let me get around. Oh, there we go. Yes, yes. Okay, here we go. We're going to, how do I adjust the share? Da-da-da, screen sharing. I could just stop it and start again. I think there's a way to do it. All right, I'll just stop it and start again. And there we go. I think there's a way to do it in mid-share, but it's probably better to do it this way. Do-do-do. Does that make sense? Let me see. Oh, I got the wrong VLC. Wait, wait, wait. Uh-huh. Da-da-da. There it is. Okay. Da-da-dee. Actually, let me increase the size of this. Okay, I will. Now I got it. I got it. All right. They keep charging the tech on me, but don't worry. This is great stuff. Great stuff, I tell you. Ah, there it is. Okay. And we're off.
To hang around down around the river, free and easy. That's your style.
Yeah, how it do me? Watch me smile.
Fare thee well me after a while,
'cause I got a roam. And any place I hang my hat is a home.
My mama done told me when I was in knee pants. My mama done told me,
yeah, say it's only a paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me.
I've got the routine. Drop another quarter in the machine. I'm feeling so bad. I wish you'd make the music dreamy inside. I could tell you a lie, but you've got to be true to your code. Make it one for my baby, one more for the road.
Bye-bye, baby. Time to hit the road to dreamland. When the sun comes out and the rain stops beating on my window pane. If my heart holds out, let it rain and let it pour. It may not be long before there's a knocking at my door. When you know the one I love, oh dear.
When the sun comes out, somewhere over the rainbow. promise of home before me. Oh, an angel watching over me. This will be my shining hour. Still I'm with you again. We'll be close together. Wait and see. But by the way, this time the dream's on me. You take my hand and you look at me adoringly. But as things stand, this time the dream's on me. You got to act sense. You ain't the positive elim, and ain't the negative, and latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In between. You gotta spread joy. Spread joy. Up to the maximum and bring gloom. Bring gloom. Down to the minimum and have faith. Have faith. A pandemonium is liable to walk upon the scene. Got to accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative. Latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In between. Forget your troubles and just get happy. We're gonna chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. The sun is shining, come on, get happy. The Lord is waiting to eliminate the negative. Latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In between. Last night, when we were young, love was a star, a song unsung. Life was so new, so real, so right. Ages ago, last night. Today, the world is old. Love flew away, and time grew cold. Where is that star that shines so bright? Ages ago,
I'll spend the next eternity
last night.
with you. After waiting so long for the right time, after reaching so long for a star, oh, that once from the long and lonely night time, despite time, here you are, here you are, here you are, right as the rain that falls from above. So real, so right is our love.
It came like the spring that breaks through the snow. I can't say what it may bring.
I only know I've got the world on a string. I'm on sailing on a rainbow.
Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love? shine to that moon. Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather.
When he lies sleeping in the palm of your hand, you're bewitched and you're deep in love's love turned out the man. Well, maybe I dream, but to me he seems sweet, golden, like a crown. Yes, a sleeping bee came and told me I'd learn to walk with my feet off the ground. Well, true love I have found.
You're gonna love me like nobody's loved me. Come rain or come shine. Happy together, unhappy together, and won't that be fine? Days may be cloudy or sunny. Well, in all, we're out of the money. But I'm with you always. I'm with you, rain or shine.
I'm with you, rain or shine.
I'm with you, rain or
Since 19
Unmute. All right, I'm unmuted. So I think you're not seeing me. Well, it's no great loss. Okay, wait, I'll stop the share. There is a way to do a share transition. Ah, there I am. Now, all right. So that is the overture. That is what I call the mega medley, not the MAGA medley. That's a different thing. The mega medley, 12 minutes and 27 seconds, the Harold Arlen medley from 1973. We're going to go somewhat chronological, but not strictly. For instance, this next item is from 1963. CBS, a program. Oh, I'll put up the slide. That's what I'll do. I'll put up the slide. CBS TV. No, that's not it. Share. That's it. That's it. That's the ticket. So, CBS, great CBS News organization with Walter Cronkite. They did a profile of Harold Arlen. I'm not sure why, but I mean, it was not like Harold Arlen had a big show or a big movie or an anniversary, some reason, but some specific reason. But they did a whole profile on Harold Arlen, which is quite wonderful. And thankfully we have it. I mean, it exists. And Walter Cronkite narrates it kind of stiffly, but as you will see, but there's some great footage here. And now Ralph Sharon told me all about this many years later in the 1990s, that they were doing this new song by Harold Arlen with lyric by Dory Previn, and you'll see Dory Previn, and you'll see Harold Arlen. And according to Ralph, Harold just came by the studio and showed them how it was done, and they hadn't planned. But I don't think that is true. I think Ralph was slightly remembering it incorrectly, because the CBS News crew was there filming Harold Arlen, and there's no way they would have been there unless it was preordained or that everybody knew Arlen was going to be there and conduct. So that is here is the stills from this incredible event. That's Harold and Tony, as you can see. And this is a song you probably never heard anywhere else. I'm trying to think if there's another version of it, but it's a song from 1963 with a lyric by Dory Previn, who is best known, of course, for writing many songs with her husband, Andre Previn. And it is a great Harold Arlen song. I am not sure why nobody's really ever sung it since. So, as a Lucky Strike Extra, because we're also in a Lena Horne mood, we are going to see one other number from this special. And this is another momentous occasion at Carnegie Hall. Yes, Carnegie is like a running theme. In October 1963, there was this concert to raise money for the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, which is the organization behind the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. And the headliners on this concert were Lena Horne and Frank Sinatra. And we do not have footage. We do have a recording of the contract, excuse me, an audience recording by our friend Bill Boggs. He was there and he taped it, but we don't have an official recording or any video. Even there must be some still pictures somewhere, but it was written about in this is in a newspaper column, and they talk about this concert. And as it happens, even though Tony Bennett was not part of that concert, he was at the Copa. Tony is there. All three of them are covered in this news story, which is actually kind of an ad for WNEW. It's a whole thing. Anyhow, they mention Tony Bennett at the Copa and Sinatra and Lena Horne at Carnegie Hall, and they give great reviews to all of them, as well they should. So let us watch those two numbers now. First, Tony Bennett and So Long Big Time, and you will see some comments interspersed from the lyricist Dory Previn, and you will also see you will also see Lena Horne doing the song "It's a New World," which is from A Star Is Born, but Ira Gershwin, the original lyricist, went back and sort of retooled the lyric to fit the civil rights movement, and Walter Cronkite mentions this. So anyhow, this is just this is a Lucky Strike X. Now, in the old days, I used to be the youngest person at my events, and my audience was much older. Now I think I'm the oldest person. But in the old days, I used to use the term Lucky Strike Extra, and everybody knew what it meant. Now, I'm not sure if anybody knows what it means. So if you actually write me, I'll keep you in suspense if you don't know what it is. A Lucky Strike Extra. Lena Horne doing this song with Harold at the piano, rehearsing, not from the concert itself, but from the rehearsal on the stage at Carnegie with the CBS News crew doing It's a New World with the revised lyric by Ira Gershwin. So let us get into the share. Here we go, hey. Oh, this is so great.
Harold Arlen has lived and worked in New York. In this studio, his newest song, So Long Big Time, was recently recorded by Columbia Records. The composer himself was on hand to conduct the orchestra and to give last-minute instructions to singing star Tony Bennett. Harold Arlen is a shy, retiring man, which perhaps explains the paradox of his fame. People know and love his music, but they do not know his name. They do not connect Harold Arlen with Over the Rainbow as quickly as they connect Irving Berlin with White Christmas and Richard Rodgers with Oklahoma. But to the men who make the nation's popular music, the musicians, the recording artists, and his fellow composers, Arlen's name is well known indeed, and it is generally agreed that no one writes better or more lasting songs.
It underlines.
Right.
As if you were doing what you used to do, like this, you know,
Right.
with your hand.
Right. Right.
Or think of that picture. I think it'll
Right.
make
Well,
it easy
it's
for
a
you.
lot
You know.
clearer.
Now, you see, when I got it, it had no words. It was just...
The words for So Long Big Time were written by Dory Langdon Previn, wife of the well-known Hollywood composer-conductor Andre Previn.
Sad, reflective kind of song. And all I could think of for it was So Long Big Time. And then I began to think, well, Harold's songs aren't the ordinary run-of-the-mill melodies. Why not play against it instead of writing just a very, very downbeat, reflective idea to it? Why not play against it with a guy who was saying, well, you know, I've had it all, but it was great, and so what, and I'll never sing a loser's song. So Long Big Time, you know? And it really worked. And I sent it to Harold, and you remember he said, but now we've got to go back and say what happened to the fellow who's saying So Long Big Time. So then he sat down and wrote, and he really made it a big song with the 5 pages. And then he wrote, would you just play the ba-ba-ba-dee-da?
Yeah.
See, now this is a gay, happy guy. And this is all the things he had at the time. Before he said So Long Big Time. These are the things he had in the big time, right?
Bright lights are dimmer, bankroll is slimmer, looks like I'm down. Bye-bye.
The first song Lena Horne ever sang in public was As Long As I Live by Harold Arlen. They rehearsed it together for her debut at the Cotton Club in 1934. She was 16. Now on the stage of New York's Carnegie Hall, they are rehearsing another Arlen song with new lyrics by Ira Gershwin, especially written for a Negro civil rights rally. Lena Horne in Harold Arlen's It's a New World.
A vision of a world unfolding, where we reach up to the stars as mountains we move, in a life where all the pleasures we will prove. It's a new tears have rolled off my cheek, and fears fade away, seeing all I seek. A new world, though it once was just a dream, full of love, full of faith, and self-esteem. A new-found promise, one that will last, so I'm holding on, and I'm holding fast. Hope let's hope it's a world that'll always, always be.
Unmute. There we are. So let me stop the share. There's got to be a way to, how do I adjust the share? PowerPoint. Okay, let's see if this works. Ah, there we go. So you don't have to look at my punum. We just go back from one share to the other. And we are screen sharing, right? Yes. All right. So, yeah. Now, in 1959. So now we're going to go chronologically starting in 1959. Now that we've met Arlen. And we're going to go, these are tracks from around the time he was working on that album. And you'll see the cover again in a minute. In 56 and again in 59, Tony did a summer replacement series for his friend Perry Como. and for the Kraft Music Hall. And 59, the 56 shows do not exist. I've never seen them. I don't think Tony's family has them. But we do have the 59 shows, albeit unfortunately with really bad watermarking. And I apologize. A lot of the clips in the next segment will have watermarking. There's nothing I can do about that. Maybe someday, if somebody's into AI, maybe they can figure out a way to use AI to get rid of the watermarking. But anyhow, I don't think it'll seriously interfere with your enjoyment. But from the summer series, we have 3 great numbers by Tony Bennett doing Harold Arlen songs, all from this album. And this series was called Perry Presents, and his co-star, I think over the course of the summer, he had 3 different co-stars, J.P. Morgan and Teresa Brewer and Gloria DeHaven. Was there another one? But they each, I think, 2 weeks or something like that. But there we see Tony and Tess Brewer. And the first of the 3 songs is Happiness is Just a Thing Called Joe. And that is from the movie version of Cabin in the Sky. Yes, as you know, Cabin in the Sky was written by Vernon Duke. And then when they did the movie version, they went to Harold Arlen and Yip Harburg to write more songs. And they did. And they wrote some great songs. And it's a great score all around. And I'm not sure if ever when they do Cabin in the Sky theatrically again, if they include those songs or not. Probably not. Anyhow, it's a wonderful song, became a great standard introduced by Ethel Waters. And it shows Tony's, and this one, they both show Tony's fearlessness in terms of gender, singing songs written for women, but just, with a pronoun or two, making it really work. And I think this is particularly admirable. This next one is, I think, a Tony Bennett masterpiece. The way he sings it now, we don't want to have to compare. I mean, we've been talking about Judy Garland, and of course, nothing can compare to Judy Garland, but Tony Bennett's version is absolutely wonderful. And he sings The Man That Got Away. He changes the pronouns, and it works. I think it's wonderful, and it's very different from Judy, very different from the way Sinatra did it as well. And this is from a great album that he made around the same time as the Arlen album, Tony Sings for Two, released in 1960, which is just Tony and Ralph, just voice and piano, a beautiful, beautiful record. So this version of The Man That Got Away is absolutely exquisite. I think you will agree. If you don't agree, don't tell me. All right, then we go to a big orchestral. We go from just a solo piano to the big orchestral chart on, again, this is one of the more jazzy, quote unquote, jazzy Harold Arlen songs with a lyric by Mercer. And this is a big opulent arrangement by, I believe, by Glenn Osser, whose name was really Abe Osser, Abraham Osser. And he was a dear friend as well. Somewhere I have a long interview with him that I did. All right, we'll look at those 3 clips and then I will be back to annoy you some more. So let me see, how do I do this? Yes, that works. VLC, there it is.
Only a paper moon, stormy weather, blues in the night. So many great ones. He really thrilled people with his deep understanding. Songs to be written.
And sort of stopped. All right, maybe I can't. Maybe I have to restart the share every time, which would be not much of a hardship. All right, we'll restart the share.
It's only a paper moon, stormy weather.
Da 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 dee. I need another screen. I got 3 monitors. When is 3 monitors not enough? All right, here we go. Restart Mr. Share. There it is. There it is.
The night. So many great ones. He really thrilled people with his deep understanding of how a song should be written, like this one. It seems like happiness is just a thing called Joe. He's got a smile that makes the lilacs want to grow. He's got a way that makes the angels heave a sigh when they see little Joe passing by. Sometimes the cabin is gloomy and the table is bare, but when he kisses her, it's Christmas everywhere. Troubles fly away and life is easy go, easy go, easy go. Does he love her good? That's all she needs to know. Because happiness is just a thing called Joe, little Joe, little Joe. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, what a beautiful audience tonight. Thank you so much. Right now, we'll be back in a moment, right after a word from Kimberly Clark. The night is bitter. The stars have lost their glitter. The winds grow colder, and suddenly you're older. And all because of the man that got away. No more his eager call, the writings on the wall, the dreams you've dreamed have all gone astray. The man that won you has run off and undone you. That great beginning has seen the final inning. Don't know what happened. It's all a crazy game. No more that all-time thrill, 'cause you've been through the mill, and never a new love will be the same. Good riddance, goodbye. Every trick of his you're on to. But fools will be fools, and where's he gone to? The road gets rougher. It's lonelier and tougher. With hope you burn up. Tomorrow he may turn up. There's just no let up. The livelong night and day. Ever since this world began, there is nothing sadder than a one-man woman looking for the man that got away. The man that got away. I'm gonna love you like nobody's loved you, come rain or come shine. High as a mountain, deep as a river, come rain or come shine. I guess when you met me, it was just one of those things. But don't ever bet me, 'cause I'm gonna be true if you let me. You're gonna love me like nobody's loved me, come rain or come shine. Happy together, unhappy together, and won't that be fine? Days may be cloudy or sunny, we're in or we're out of the money. I'm gonna love you. I'll love you rain or shine. Yes, you're gonna love me like nobody's loved me, come rain or come shine. But I'm with you always. I'm with you, rain or Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, what a great audience. Thank you so much for coming by tonight. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our musical almanac. And now I would like you to meet the wonderful J.P. Morgan.
High five. Joni, what is all of this?
Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, we have wait, where's our great music from Chicago? I know I did that. Wait. See? All right, let me take a look. Our next slide, wait, I'll stop the share. So next we're going to go to 1960. And I think let's do slide. I can't find those slides. All right, well, that's okay. We'll just go to the, I know I made the slides. All right. We are going to go straight to, I'll show you the two numbers. In 1960, Tony did a television special in Chicago that was called part of a series. I think it's a series. Anybody who is a big historian of variety and music television in Chicago can do me a favor. I don't know if this was a regular series, but Tony did this television special called Great Music from Chicago, and he did a bunch of the songs in his current act, and including two Harold Arlen songs. I think they're both from that album. And what we're going to hear is first One for My Baby and One for the Road, which was a 1957 single. And it's worth pointing out, of course, the song was introduced by Fred Astaire in the 1943 RKO film, The Sky's the Limit. And then not long after, it was done by Sinatra and the early Sinatra version on Columbia. And 10 years later, Sinatra came back to it on Only the Lonely. But this, I believe Tony's version comes in between the two. I don't think he had heard the famous Nelson Riddle Sinatra version. I could be wrong. I should double check those dates. But he came up with a very different conception, different from Fred Astaire, which is kind of humorous and self-mocking, and Sinatra's, which is kind of epically tragic, and Sinatra and Nelson Riddle. Tony's version is rocking. It's rocking rather than mocking. And actually, we're going to hear two different takes by Tony on this song. One is going to be up-tempo and swinging, and the other is introspective and more moody, as you will see. So anyhow, we'll hear the up-tempo version now, and that will be followed by another number from the Chicago concert, which is called What Good Does It Do, which is from Jamaica, and it's a beautiful song by ARLEN and Harburg that, for whatever reason, is another one of these ARLEN songs that you rarely hear. I think Lena Horne did it, and that's about it. Lena Horne and Tony, not a lot of recordings. So let's go to those two songs right now.
Now here's what happens to a guy if he doesn't learn that lesson. It's 2:45. There's no one in the place except you and me. So set 'em up, Joe. I've got a little story you ought to know. We're drinking, my friend, to the end of a brief episode. Make it one for my baby, one more for the road. I've got the routine, drop another nickel in the machine. I'm feeling so bad, I wish you'd make the music dreamy inside. I could tell you a lot, but you've got to be true to your code. Make it one for my baby, one more for the road. Now you never know it, buddy, I'm a poet, and I've got a lot of things to say. It ain't necessarily so. When I fool me, you gotta listen to me, before they're all talked away. Well, that's how it goes. So I know you're getting anxious. Thank you for the cheer. Hope you didn't mind getting out here. Sound or it's too mighty slow. Make it one for my baby and one more for the road. That You know, I would imagine By now, all the potato chips are gone and the soda pop's gone. So any of you that would like to go into the kitchen and fry up some popcorn now, because we're going into the next section here. There's one brand new song that I'd love to sing for you. It's a Harold Arlen song. But I need some help to get into characterization here. Shirley, could you help me out here? Can you hold this microphone? This is a pretty unusual song because it was introduced in a show called Jamaica, Lena Horne. And it's one of Harold Arlen's best. Thank you very much. The sun is full of liquor. The earth is full of wine. Crickets doing nip-ups round the Columbine. The feeling is infectious. June is everywhere. Hearts light and windy, 'cause spring is in the air. But oh, what good does it do a guy to know that June is in the sky? What good to know that there are birds and bees composing beautiful calypsos in the eucalyptus trees. It's strange but sad when love go bad. The spring that once come to tickle us now add up to ridiculous. And so I say, what good is April or June or May? What good are sonnets in the spring that you sing, or cherries in the tree that you see, or lilies in the dell that you smell when you're all alone with June in the sky? What good does it do? Does it do? Does it do a guy? The smell in the dell, the rose in lapel, the thrill and the spell, and the whole miracle of the moon in the velvet sky. What good does it do? Does it do? Does it do a
Well, we'll get to that in a second. Am I unmuted? Yes. So let me switch the share. Now, this time we do. Dee-da-da-da. What good does it do? There we go. Yay. So now I do have my slides. The next three numbers, which will be about 6 minutes, are keep catching my own mistakes. The date on this is actually January 29, 1961. Maybe I should double check that. Anyhow, take my word for it. Well, don't. This is a very, very, very special date in Tony's memory, and he did a million variety shows, and he didn't remember any of them. I mean, when I knew him, I knew him from the time he was about 70 till he was about 90, at which point his memory started to go. But he still was very sharp at 90, I have to say, really sharp. And but he did so much in his career that, it's hard for him. If you said, remember going on the Dinah Shore show in 1961, chances are he wouldn't, because he'd just done so many shows. You know what I'm saying? It's just, there's not enough space in the human head to remember all those lyrics and all that living and all those experiences. But this one he remembered because it was the only time he got to work with his greatest hero. Now, of course, Bing Crosby was his hero, Sinatra was his hero, Billie Holiday was his hero, but the greatest of them all, I think, Louis Armstrong. And he loved Louis Armstrong. Every time you talk to Tony, he would always drop the name Louis Armstrong. And they only worked together this one time. And we're going to see. Actually, they do sing together, but it's not a great. It's kind of. I'll show that number, but it's disappointing. The song that they gave them to do together was not that memorable, and it's a trio with Starr. But so this was the Dinah Shore program sponsored by Chevrolet, the Dinah Shore Chevy Show, a big, very popular program. Dinah Shore would occasionally, I mean, she had Tony on at least 3 times. But she would occasionally take off and let somebody else host, like you do. And today, the host happens to be another wonderful singer, the very great Starr. And Starr was a dear friend of Tony. And the guests were, and we'll see a picture of them in a second, Louis Armstrong, George Shearing, and Harpo Marx, in addition to Tony Bennett and Starr. And as it happens, we have a couple of ARLEN songs from the show. Now, this was broadcast in color. I have a print in black and white. The print in color has more watermarking, unfortunately. I hope it does not interfere, but just the same, I think you'll enjoy it, and it's beautiful color. And the Dinah Shore Chevy Show, all those shows do exist in color. I wish they could all be released on DVD. But so we're going to hear I've Got the World on a String twice. First, this ballad version, which is more or less the way he does it in the 1961 album, String of Harold Arlen. And then later on at the end of the show, we'll hear another version where he does it as an up-tempo, a lot more like Sinatra. So first, I've Got the World on a String. Then, and this is another Lucky Strike Extra, this is a song from Cabin in the Sky, but it's not, as I mentioned, half the show is by, well, most of the show is by Vernon Duke, and a few extra songs are by Harold Arlen. This is actually not by Harold Arlen, but it is so great. I just figured since we're watching this show, we might as well include it. I think you will agree. It's quite wonderful. One of Tony's best numbers on video. And then we have a sort of, I don't want to say a gag version. There you see the other guests. Harpo Marx, Starr, George Shearing. And when did you ever see George Shearing and Harpo Marx together? Well, that's quite an occasion, right? So, and Tony does this version of One for My Baby and One for the Road, where he sings in Italian. And when you see the clip, it'll all make sense. So here we go. Dee 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 dee. Let's see if I can change it and let's see if it'll work. I might have to stop the share. Oh, it seems to work.
I've conferred with my advisors, and this is what they say. The moon and all the planets are open for discussion today. And who is best equipped to discuss the heavenly bodies above? No one but Mr. Tony Bennett, our ambassador of love.
Merry month of May, sunny skies of blue, clouds have rolled away and the sun peeps through, may express happiness. Joy you may define in 1,000 ways, but a case like mine needs a special phrase to reveal how I feel. I've got the world on a string, I'm sitting on a rainbow. I got the string around my finger. world, what a life. I'm in love. I got a song that I sing. I can make the rain go anytime I move my finger. Lucky me, can't you see I'm in love? Life is a beautiful thing. As long as I hold the string, I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let go. I've got the world on a string. I'm sitting on a rainbow. I got the string around my finger. What a world! What a life! I'm in I hear the trumpets blow again, and I'm all aglow again, 'cause I'm taking a chance on love. And here I slide again, about to take the ride again. I'm starry-eyed again, taking a chance on love. Now I thought the cards were a framer, and I never would try, but now I'm taking the game up, and the ace of hearts is high. Things are mending now, I see a rainbow blending now. We'll have a happy ending now, we're taking a chance. I hear the trumpets blow again, taking a chance on love. About to take that ride again, taking a chance. Now I walk around with a horseshoe, and in clover I lie. Mr. Rabbit, Brother Rabbit, of course you better kiss that foot goodbye. I'm on the ball again, I'm riding for a fall again. Gonna give my all again, I'm taking a chance. I'm taking a chance. I'm taking a chance on.
Well, gentlemen, so far so good. The first part of the meeting has been a complete success. Now, shall we go on? How about if we hopscotch around the world and we'll inaugurate that new musical foreign policy that we talked about? Now, ambassadors, do you all know your assignments and your destinations?
Oui, oui. Si, si.
Okay, let's go. Wait a minute, we forgot her phone.
yet, are you, buddy?
No comprende.
Have I got time for a nightcap?
Scusa, no comprendo.
Wait a minute. Un momento. Let's see. E verso le tre non c'è nessuno nel bar, men tu e me. Servimi Joe, c'è la storiella, devi sapere. Viviamo, grazie, al fine dell'episodio. Dammi un per la baby ed un per la via. Mi ha buttato, mettio ancora moneta in giuc. Soffro tanto, vorrei fare musica sognosa e triste. Posso di molto, ma deve essere onorevole. Dammi un per la baby ed un per la via. Now you'd never know it, but buddy, I'm a kind of poet, and I got a lot of things to say. When I'm gloomy, you gotta listen to me before they're all talked away. Dunque, va così. Ehi Joe, lo so che hai fretta, ferma e. Grazie per coraggio, spero che non ti detto offeso. Quest'occhio trovato deve essere negato o la esploderà. So please make it one for my baby, one more for the road.
Salud.
Salud. That long. That long,
That is a great, fun show. And like I said, that's not all of Tony's numbers. He also does a trio with Louis Armstrong and Kay Starr. I wish I had picked the song. It's not a great song, but there you go. Anyhow, you know, we're happy to have it. And for Tony, he never forgot. I'm going to do a whole Substack on Tony and his specific memories of that show and rehearsing it with Louis Armstrong. It was just, he said it was one of the great experiences of his life. No exaggeration, really. Now, all right, this next clip is going to be from 1966, so we're like 5 years later. And this is a song, a Harold Arlen song that Tony dearly loved. Last night when we were young, I could give you the background on it, but I think I will let the composer, the lyricist himself, I wish we had a clip of Arlen doing it, but we do have Yip Harburg from very late in his life talking about the song and even singing it. This is virtually the only clip I have of Harburg singing one of his own songs. So this is really special.
There was a great singer by the name of Lawrence Tibbett, opera singer. When we were working at Hollywood, Harold and I were living together, Harold Arlen. And one day he came up with a song. We weren't asked to write it, but he said, "Yep, I have a tune, and I think it calls for a lyric whether we know where it belongs or not." And he played it for me. I was so moved by that tune that I wrote a song for it. I wrote a lyric for it. I didn't know where it was going to land. But Lawrence Tibbett heard it one night at a party, and he was doing a show for Fox, and he asked Fox to buy it, and they did. And they paid a handsome sum of money, and it was left on the cutting room floor. However, Arthur Freed, who had that beautiful group of song teamers in Metro, heard the song, a connoisseur of music. He bought it for Judy Garland. Judy Garland did it in a picture. It was cut out of the picture and left on the cutting room floor. Finally, Frank Sinatra heard it, and he picked it up, made a record of it. He's been singing it ever since, and luckily, the tune has become a classic hit, thanks to him. Thanks to Harold, who wrote this great tune, which he considers his best tune, and I think it is too. I hope I have a lyric to match. I don't have a voice to match, so I'll just let you know what the lyric is. Last night, when we were young, love was a star, a song unsung. Life was so new, so real, so right. Ages ago, last night. Today, the world is old. You flew away, and time grew cold. Where is that star that seemed so bright ages ago, last night? To think that spring depended on merely this, a look, a kiss. To think that something so splendid could slip away in one little daybreak. So now, let's reminisce and recollect the sighs and the kisses, the arms that clung when we were young. Last night.
What are you doing here? Well, I just had a few minutes, so I thought I'd come by and sing.
A few minutes. Can you take a few more minutes and sing something else?
Yeah, I'd love to. How about Last Night When We Were Young in A flat?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Last night when we were young, love was a star, a song unsung. Life was so real, so new, so bright. Ages ago, last night. Today, the world is old. Love flew away and time grew cold. Where is that star
that shined so bright ages ago. Last night, to think that spring had depended on merely this look, a kiss. To think that something so splendid could fade away in one little daybreak. So now let's reminisce, recollect the sighs and the kisses, the arms that clung when we were young. Last night.
Okay, so that did I mention that was the Jack Jones show? Well, you could see there was Jack Jones, and that was a Jack Jones special from 1966. After Sinatra did his Man and His Music show, a whole bunch of other singers, including Tony, did their own Man and His Music type shows, and Jack Jones was called Jack Jones on the Move, and Tony was a special guest. And that's where he does his great version of Last Night When We Were Young. Now, I thought Ralph Sharon, I mentioned him, was Tony's pianist right up until this time. I'm not sure if that's him or not. It sounds like him, but I thought he was gone by 66. He came back around 1980. Anyhow, that might be Ralph on piano. I'm anxious to hear what you think. So, wait, did I change the share? Okay. Yes. Yeah, the Jack Jones special, Jack Jones on the Move. And you heard Yip talking about that song. So next we go to 1970. And this is a song that Tony, we have quite a few clips of Tony doing this number. This is one of his big numbers for a few years. And it's a great swinging arrangement. It's probably, let me think, Torrey Zito. Quite possibly Torrey Zito, but it's not Torrey on piano. You can see John Bunch is playing piano. And the wonderful Ruby Braff is on camera. Yes. This is an amazing clip to have. And from 1970, we're going to spring forward. We will go all the way up to 2001. And this is, I think, the only time we have him doing this on video. I Got a Right to Sing the Blues, which he did on his album, Playing with My Friends, Bennett Sings the Blues. And this has got Lee Musiker, who was with Tony for most of the 2000s on piano. And this is from the David Letterman show. And it's got a kind of a smarmy intro by David Letterman. But I grew to love David Letterman over the years. But anyhow, we'll see those two numbers and then we'll come right back. Here we go. First, we have Tony on I think this is just about the final season of Ed Sullivan.
Hey, here we go. So whenever we have this guy on the show, and we've started this years and years and years ago, we see to it that everybody, and I hope you got him, everybody gets a cocktail when he comes out. Have you ever? Did somebody come and take your cocktail? Our next guest is a legendary singer who's been in the business for over 50 years. He's got a brand new CD. It's right here. It's called Playing with My Friends. Bennett Sings the Blues. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello once again to Tony Bennett.
I got a right to sing the blues. I I got a right to feel low down. I got a right to hang around down along the river. A certain woman in this town keeps dragging my poor heart around. All I see for me is misery. I got a right to sing the blues. I got a right to moan and sigh. I got a right to sit and cry down along the river. I know the deep blue sea will soon be calling me. It must be love, say what you choose. I got a right to swing the blues. Great Sergeant. Swing the blues. I got a right to moan and sigh. I got a right to sit and cry down along the river, the river. I know the deep blue sea will soon be calling me. It must be love, say what you choose. I got a right to swing the blues. Say what you choose. I got a right to sing the blues. All right.
Oh, I'm unmuted. So we are now up to 2000. That was 2001. This is 2002. I have to just catch up. A lot going on here. So this is we're going to see two clips from Newport. The other's from 2010. And the first is Over the Rainbow, which Tony did. It's on the ARLEN album, and he also did it again for Here's to the Ladies in 1994. Forget the date there. 95. And in both cases, he does the verse. And a lot of people who have sung, other than Judy Garland, a lot of people who have done Over the Rainbow, who are not Judy Garland, make a point to differentiate themselves from Judy Garland by including the verse, which Judy almost never sang. There's actually one scratchy audio where you can hear her singing the verse, but it's pretty rare. So we're going to hear him do this really nice version, I think, quite wonderful version of Over the Rainbow, and beautifully filmed, too. This is 2002, Newport, and that's a cartoon because the next clip we're going to see is not so beautifully filmed. It is a handheld iPhone video, and I never show those, but this is rare and very interesting because it's the only clip I have of Tony doing that old black magic, other than the medley. It's shaky video, but it's got Dave Brubeck. And in 2062, Tony and Dave Brubeck were at the White House together at a special all-star jazz concert that was hosted by John F. Kennedy, not too shabby. And they sang together, and they never did an album together, which was kind of tragic. You'd think they would have. But they did get back together many years later in their 90s. Wait a minute. Yeah, well, wait. No. Tony was not quite 90, but Brubeck was turning 90 that year. Tony would be 84 or about to turn 84. So as senior citizens, they appeared together at Newport, and they did this I think, I'm trying to remember how many numbers, but anyhow, we do have them doing this ARLEN song, which is that old black magic. So I apologize for the shakiness of the video, but I will be back. Let's see, or should I go? Oh yeah, we'll go right to the next one. This is not from Newport. This is from 2015. So Tony's about to turn 90. I'm a year away from his 90th birthday. And this is another version of Got the World on a String. But unlike the one we heard previously, this is a swing version. So it's substantially different. And this shows Tony at his, in senior citizen status. So let's watch those three numbers right now. Starting with this beautiful Over the Rainbow. Tony's early life up to about up to San Francisco. How's that? That's where we'll stop, at San Francisco. Okay, here we go. Here is the 1969 Harold Arlen medley, Tony Bennett, Lena Horne, and Burt Bacharach. Again, it's got the the watermarking, but you'll get into it.
Got a right to sing the blues. I've got a right to feel low down. I've got a right to hang around down around the
You know, when young composers start out, they always have an idol, someone to look up to. Now, I wasn't very different. There was Gershwin, Kurt Weill, Richard Rodgers, Jerome Kern. What a wealth of great music they have brought to us. Well, there's another name on that list. A man who's considered to be what you might call a composer's composer, Mr. Harold Arlen. Now, his music is a very personal thing. It always sounds like it was written just for you to listen to. And the beautiful thing about an Arlen melody is that when you hear it for the first time, you realize that it couldn't have been written any other way. Free and easy, that's my style.
How to do me, watch me smile.
Fare thee well me after a while.
'Cause I gotta roam, and any place I hang my hat is home.
My mama done told me when I was in knee pants. My mama done told me.
See, it's only a paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade.
I've got the routine. Drop another water in the machine. I'm feeling so bad. Wish you'd make the music dreamy and sad. I could tell you a lot, but you've got to be true to your core. So make it one for my baby, one more for the road. Bye-bye, baby. Time to hit the road to dreamland. When the sun comes out
and the rain stops beating on my window pane, if my heart holds out, let it rain and let it pour. It may not be long before there's a knocking at my door, and you know the one I love won't there. When the sun comes out,
somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I?
this will be my shining light, calm and happy and bright. In my dreams, your face will fly through the darkness of the night, like the lights of home before me. Oh, an angel watching over me. This will be my shining hour till I'm with you again. Somewhere, someday, oh, we'll be close together. Wait to see. By the way, this time the dream's on me.
Take my hand, then you look at me adoringly. But as things stand, this time the dream's on me.
You've got to accent. You wait for positive. Elim. Hardly the negative. Oh, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. You got to spread joy
Red joy,
up to the maximum and bring gloom
bring gloom,
down to the minimum and have faith.
happy faith.
All kinds of audio liable to walk upon the scene.
You got to
Accentuate the positive.
look at the negative. Right short.
To the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between.
Forget the troubles and just get happy. We're gonna chase all the cares away. Yeah. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. are shining. Come on, get happy. The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Shout hallelujah. Come on, get ready.
To the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In Between.
Last night, when we were young, love was a star, a song unsung. Life was so new, so real, so right. Ages ago. Last night. Today, the world is old. Love flew away, and time grew cold. Where is that star that shines so bright? Ages ago.
I'll spend the next eternity or two with you. After waiting so long for the right time, after reaching so long for star, all at once from the long and lonely night time, and despite time, here you are, here you are, here you are. It's right as the rain that falls from above, so real, so right is our love. It came like the spring that breaks through the snow. I can't say what it may bring. I only know I got the world on a string. Yeah, I'm sitting on a rainbow.
Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love?
That's old Jack, that chick has me here.
See that? Happiness is just a thing called a joke.
Evelina, won't you ever take a shot to that moon? Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Lena.
When a bee lies asleep right in the palm of your hand. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. You're bewitched and you're deep in love's long looked out land. Maybe I dream, but to me he seems sweet, golden like a crown. Oh, sleeping bee, a little bee came and told me I'd learn to walk with my feet up off the ground. When I learned true love, I've found.
You're gonna love me like nobody's loved me. Come rain or come shine.
or shine.
Okay. Okay. I hope you stuck around for that great medley. It's very different. I never watched the two, in the same sitting, and yeah, they're pretty different. They're not, it's not just a rehash. So next week, the plan is that we're going to take a look at Tony's early life in Astoria up through the 40s, World War II, post-war period, his first recordings and singing career, and his initial breakthrough in the 1950s. We have lots of great clips going all the way back to 1951 when Tony had just turned 25. And we'll see. We'll try to get to the end of the 1950s, maybe even up to San Francisco. Aha! All right. That's a story unto itself. So I'll see you guys next week. And again, thank you, Seton Hawkins. Any questions, observations, write me, will@jazz88.org or will@gmail.com. Will@jazz88.org is the easier one to remember. All right. Here we go.